Within seconds, the Aegis-equipped destroyers launched SM-6 and SM-2 interceptor missiles. The crew relied on automated systems to calculate trajectories, but human oversight was essential. Operators confirmed targeting data and launched interceptors one after another. Each missile fired was a calculated attempt to destroy an incoming threat before it reached the carrier. SIB systems were prepared as the last line of defense. Every sailor knew that if the interceptors failed, the Gatling guns on deck would be the final barrier. For a moment, chaos and control existed together. Red warning lights flashed. Communications crackled with updates. Explosions in the distance from test intercepts created clouds of debris on radar. The carrier's electronic warfare teams activated jammers to confuse missile guidance systems. Decoy flares were readied to mislead infrared-seeking warheads. It was a high-stakes dance of technology and human skill, and the margin for error was razor-thin. By 1:49 a.m., the first interceptors struck. Explosions erupted in the sky, lighting up the dark night. Smoke trails marked the destruction of the first few missiles. Radar screens confirmed hits. The crew exhaled slightly, but remained vigilant. There were still 8 missiles in the air. Their speed and coordination made interception increasingly difficult. Some missiles approached in low-altitude profiles, skimming just above the waves to avoid radar detection. The next 2 minutes were the most intense. Interceptor missiles flew toward targets at supersonic speeds. SIB systems tracked the few missiles that slipped past the first wave. Operators fired bursts of tungsten rounds, the rapid-fire guns lighting up the decks with precision. Sailors on every ship remained calm but focused, executing procedures they had practiced countless times. This was not a drill. This was real. By 1:52 a.m., 9 of the 11 missiles had been successfully intercepted. 2 remained. One missile descended rapidly, skimming the surface of the water, heading toward a destroyer escort. SIBs locked on, firing a rapid stream of rounds. The missile exploded in a fireball above the waves, debris falling harmlessly into the sea. One missile, however, was more resilient. It had broken off from its original path after an attempted intercept and was now approaching the carrier itself. The bridge and combat information center were tense. Commands were crisp and controlled. The electronic warfare team jammed guidance signals. SIB systems engaged automatically, firing in controlled bursts. The missile detonated a few meters from the flight deck, sending a spray of water and shrapnel into the air. Minor damage occurred to deck equipment, but no casualties were reported. The carrier had survived, intact, thanks to its layered defenses, rapid response, and the disciplined training of its crew. By 1:53 a.m., the skies were quiet again. Radar screens showed the last missile destroyed, debris falling into the dark waters of the Red Sea. The threat had passed in just 6 minutes. The carrier strike group remained operational, ready to respond to further threats. Sailors took a moment to breathe, but vigilance remained high. Within those 6 minutes, the U.S. Navy had faced one of the most coordinated missile attacks in recent memory and survived without loss of life or critical damage.